Good morning, and thank you for attending the media gallery here today. Firstly, I'd like to thank the members of the media for their assistance. And that's assistance that's been provided to our homicide squad. As it's well known out there, we've had a number of homicides in a very short period of time. And it's your assistance that's helped us speak to the public and get assistance from them on our investigations that I'm thanking you for. As a result of this, we obtained some information from the public in regards to a number of investigations, and this has given our investigators some direction and some hope that we can draw these investigations to a successful conclusion. Now, as you recall, I conducted a press release on Tuesday, February 2nd, 2016. This was in relation to the homicides of David Emanes and Quinn Taylor, referred to as Homicide 8 and 9 for 2016. These occurred on Sunday, January 31st, 2016, in front of 410 Spadina Avenue, a premises known as the New Ho King Restaurant. It was at that time that I advised you that further information in relation to this investigation would be released to the public, and that we'd be in a position to potentially provide some video security footage, seeking the public's assistance to move this investigation forward and attempt to identify the persons as indicated on the video surveillance. I'd like to call upon Detective Sergeant Mike Carbone. He's the lead investigator on this particular homicide to the podium, and he has some information he'd like to share with you to assist him in his investigation. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone, for attending here this morning. Today, I will be updating the media on the Homicide 8 and 9 for 2016. During the early morning hours of Sunday, January 31st, 2016, the now known David Emanes and Quinn Taylor met with a third individual where they spent some time socializing and enjoying the mild winter evening. Sometime around 3:15, the three men made their way to the area of Spadina Avenue and Nassau Street, where it is believed that they were attempting to continue to enjoy themselves. Spadina and Nassau Street is a part of the city that is vibrant and diverse. This area is composed of a variety of restaurants, which is known to be frequented by clubgoers who are looking for an end-of-the-night meal. It appears that David Emanes and Quinn Taylor and their friend were there for the same reason. This evening was no different than any other evening. We have been able to determine that there was a great deal of vehicle and pedestrian traffic. Restaurants were near capacity. Many people were walking or being picked up or dropped off by taxi cabs. People were boarding and coming off of streetcars that runs north and south on Spadina Avenue. Sometime around 3:17 a.m., it appears that Mr. Emanes and Mr. Taylor and their friend became involved in an altercation with some unknown individuals. It is at this point that Mr. Emanes and Mr. Taylor are shot and killed. The deceased friend and two other bystanders were wounded as a result of this shooting. All three men are now recovering from gunshot wounds. Mr. Emanes succumbed to his injuries at the scene, while Mr. Quinn Taylor succumbed to his injuries at the hospital. Between February 1st and February 2nd, autopsies were conducted on both men. At this time, I will not be releasing the cause of death. The Homicide Squad, in conjunction with the members of 14 Division and 52 Division, have collected a great deal of CCTV video, and today I will be releasing some of those images that we have collected so far. The images I am releasing are the best available at this time. I am appealing to the public to assist in identifying these persons of interest. I believe that these individuals may have some information that can assist in moving this investigation forward. Although we are releasing these images today, I believe that there may be more video that we may not have yet obtained. I'm asking that anyone with cell phone or dashboard video to please make that available to us. I don't believe we have reached out to, if we have not reached out to you and you have CCTV cameras that covers the west side of Spadina Avenue between College and Dundas Street, I would ask that you contact me at the Homicide Squad. We are also appealing to anyone who saw or spoke to either David M&S or Quinn Taylor prior to the events occurring to contact us at the Homicide Squad. We believe that these witnesses can assist in providing us a timeline that led them to Spadina and Nassau. Anyone with information or anyone with information on the person or persons responsible for this Homicide Squad can contact me directly at 416-808-7400.
Is there any indication, Detective, what that altercation was between David M&S, Quinn Taylor, and the shooter?
That's what I hope to achieve today by releasing these images. And as you can tell, some of these images are not the best. However, as you can tell, the person in or the persons in number 7 appears to be wearing some type of fur or full coat. I believe it's someone that would be recognizable. I believe at this point we're reaching out to these people or anyone who was in the area at the time to determine what that altercation is. That's what we're reaching out for this morning.
From what you saw in the video, though, was there any interaction at a separate location, or was it just this quick, brief altercation on the street? And how long did that exchange take before the shots were fired?
It happened on the sidewalk, and the altercation, I don't believe, lasted very long.
Do you believe that the shooter was captured in the security footage?
Well, we haven't completely viewed the entire library of CCTV cameras that we've captured. My hope today is to release these images. I expect and hope that someone will come forward and perhaps identify the shooter for us.
It looked like this was words that were exchanged, or was there a fight of any sort before the gun was pulled?
It doesn't appear that there was any fight that we are aware of. However, it appears there was some type of altercation. I can't get too more specific than that.
Do you believe that the suspect, how many other individuals was the suspect with at the time? You had mentioned unknown individuals.
That's what we're trying to determine here. I'm hoping by releasing these images, not only will we be able to identify some of these people here, hopefully it reaches out to someone that we have been unable to reach. I have said already that the area is frequented by many club goers. It's a very good area. It's a safe area. I expect that someone in viewing these images may be able to assist us in moving this investigation forward. Now, my appeal is also to anyone who has had any contact with both the deceased M&S and Taylor. I believe they can shed some light as to why they were there. I believe they were there to spend some time together. However, we certainly haven't spoken to all of the people that these 3 men were in contact prior to the homicide occurring.
So the individuals we see in these photographs, who are they? Were they passers-by, or were they actually involved in the altercation?
Well, that's what we're trying to determine at this point. We're hoping that by identifying them, they will come forward, or by reaching out to the public in assisting us with identifying, we can reach out to them and see if they can provide any information that can assist us today.
In some of the images, it looks like they are holding something that kind of reflects a bit of light. Is that a weapon, or is that perhaps just a cell phone?
Well, I mean, the images are not the best. That's the problem. I mean, you can make those determinations on your own. However, if we are able to identify these persons, I believe we can move this investigation in finding the persons responsible.
You mentioned the fur, or the faux fur. Can you just describe what it is in these images that people should be looking at and trying to recognize?
Well, I just found it a little strange, only because it's a faux fur, and it looks like almost one of these vests type of furs. Frankly, I see them more on women than on men, but that's kind of a different type of piece of garment that I believe someone may be able to identify.
Do you, you mentioned you wanted to speak with people who had spoken with the deceased before the shooting happened. Do you believe that they went to this area to meet up with these people?
With which people?
With the people responsible for the shooting?
That's what we're trying to figure out. That's why I believe by speaking to the individuals that may have had some contact with any of the men that attended there, that perhaps they could shed some light as to what they were doing or what drew them to that location. Okay?
Last questions?
Thank you, folks.
That concludes today's conference. Thank you for attending.